Okay, my book was The King's Equal by Catherine Patterson, illustrated by Vladimir, the publisher HarperCollins, copyright date 1992, genre fairy tale and fiction, 64 pages, and the appropriate age would be 3rd through 5th grade. So a quick summary of the book. The king of the land died, and he told his son Raphael that he could be prince, but he was not allowed to wear like his crown until he married someone of his equal. And like Raphael was very, very greedy, selfish, so like he was not going to admit that someone was his equal. So he sent out his servants to find him a woman to marry, but months after month they kept bringing back women, but there was always something wrong with them. They weren't wealthy enough, they weren't pretty enough, they weren't rich enough. So the story goes on, just telling about all these women that the servants brought that Raphael didn't think were good enough, until Rosamund was brought into the story. Rosamund was just like a normal townsperson living in a shack in the mountains all by herself. She met a wolf who told her to go down to the capital and tell the prince that she is the one he has been looking for. She quickly was like, no, I don't want to, like, that's not me. But he reminded her of her mother's dying words when she told Rosamund that she is to be a king's equal someday. Immediately at that point, she went to the capital and told the prince, like, I'm the one that you need to marry. I am your equal. So he tests her intelligence, how rich she is, her beauty, and actually she proclaims that she is more equal than he is. So before they can get married, he needs to spend a year in the woods all by himself, becoming a more selfless man, less greedy and things like that. So at the end of the year, he comes back way different, like completely changed from the beginning of the book, and then at that moment they get married. So some of the illustrations in the book, here's one of them. This is when the king is dying. Like there's a ton of details, and you can like read the expression on like everyone's faces. So like he put a lot of time and effort into these pictures, and it really helps tell the story because like you can read their emotions, and it really helps set the scene as to like when this was, because everyone was like wearing the wigs and stuff. And then one of my other favorites is the last picture. This is when they were getting married. Again, the colors got a lot brighter, so you can tell like this is happier than the first picture was. Personal reflection for this story would be like relating my life to the wolf in the book. So the wolf was very influential to both Rosamund and Raphael. He got Rosamund to go and marry the prince, something that she wouldn't normally do, like, yeah. And then he also taught Raphael all the things he needed to know when he was living on his own in the woods. He was very influential to everyone. So like a wolf in my life would be my mom, just like pushing me to do things I wouldn't normally do and just like guiding me, I guess. An activity for this book would probably be just like critical self-reflection, so the kids can relate to the book more and just put themselves in their like in the character's shoes and think of like who's a wolf in their life, how would they feel if they had to live in the woods by themselves for an entire year, and just kind of like look at the characters and put themselves in their shoes.